In this video, we're going to talk about IRM and RMS with SharePoint and Office 365. Hi, my name is Benjamin Nyland. I'm a SharePoint MVP all the way up here in Canada at the Sharegate office. I wanted to talk about RMS and IRM for SharePoint, and that's an aspect of security, of course, because of our webinar and Between Two Farms that talked on security just a couple of weeks ago. Now, the reason I touch on this subject is that there's not much information out there, or it seems very advanced or very complicated. We know that SharePoint security works in a certain way. We've talked about groups, breaking inheritance, and how you grant SharePoint groups versus Active Directory groups, and all of that good security stuff that you need to know. Awesome. But what about the security and encryption on the document level? What if you want to send a document to someone, but need to restrict printing, need to restrict an email of being forwarded? Now, if you're on Office 365 SharePoint and need to manage RMS with security or need to manage that aspect of security, then RMS is a great value that you get with the package. There isn't much additional configuration that is needed. You simply go to your settings, your Office 365 settings, and make sure that you enable IRM or RMS. This will make it available for each and individual document libraries of your SharePoint to add a certain level of rights management. You'll see it in your advanced settings, and you'll be able to say, I don't want this document to be open after a certain date, or I do want to remove these aspects of security as restrictions after that certain date. You can also restrict printing, only make it available, viewable in the browser. There's many advanced settings available, and it works amazingly with Office files. Of course, if we're talking different Office files, different types of files, it may not work. You'll have to look what it's for. But I mean, if we're talking Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote, these files that are meant to work with Office, and that's the beauty of Office 365, is that it all works together. There was a great post by Laura Rogers, and the URL will be available in the blog post if you're looking at it, or looking for it rather, and it really explains in detail what you can do with this. So essentially, you turn it on, you go to your document library, and you make sure that documents that have to be uploaded have to respect these policies, or that you can allow people from their Office files to enhance that security on their documents so that even if it is taken out of SharePoint by email, by somebody downloading it offline or anything, OneDrive for Business now supports the syncing with these RMS files as well. It is great value that you get. Now, you're on premises. What about your SharePoint as well? Can you do this? Absolutely. RMS has been there for years, and all you need to do is make sure that you have a server that does this, right? It does require an extra server, and set up all of these rules, see what is available. You'll have to make sure that there's a certain level of PKI, infrastructure, public key infrastructure, basically certificates, just a geek word for it, and make sure you have all of that set up. It is a little complex, but if you have it on premises, it is available. The value for those of you on Office 365 is you can start using it right now. For more info, check out the URLs mentioned. This was another great episode of Between Two Farms. You're at the Sharegate office. I'll see you next week.